Was it 19 that we ended off at? So it's actually gonna be 20? 20 bosses on this run? But yeah, I guess we can justify doing Meteorite more if we're already killing Loretta, but I feel like we don't need it, dude. Hmm. All right, let's see how this goes. I went Stone Sword last time. Golem for Blue Dancer. Oh yeah, you know what? It might be included in that. I don't. Unless I should just kill him anyways, dude. But I don't think I should. Hmm. I'll fix it before I start the run. Yeah, so I guess it will be 19 then. Just fix it before we start. Yeah, surely tier list today, dude. Also, Alexia, thanks for the 24-month resub. Taylor, thanks for the 17-month resub. Luniesta, thanks for the 2-month resub. Fox, thanks for gifting 5 subs. I appreciate that, dude. That was 2 hours ago, but thanks, man. Frog, thanks for the 3-month resub. Kesha, thanks for the Braining Prime sub. It's so annoying that, like, hopefully that gets fixed soon. Hopefully fixed soon. All right. I didn't put any percent in the thing, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so where do we start? Where do we start this run? We'll start by killing the Bellbearing Hunter. Lots of things that we need on this.
Well, there's been a how can I have a safe.
Lots of stuff. Whoops. I fucked up. I think. Why am I still crouching, dude? Yeah, gravity sorcery. We're a sorcerer that makes enemies fall off the cliff. Pretty much. Whoops. Yeah, sorcerers have fists as well, so. That's what people don't seem to get. Yep, first gravity kill of the run.
But unusual this.
Okay, get the beast torch. I guess we should probably go get Altus access. I mean, maybe that should have been the first thing I did actually, was get Altus access and then go get this this summer 5 and 6. I guess we kind of need the beast torch for that though. Go get Altus. And I definitely think I should get some golden seeds from... Probably just like the 4 extra ones from Altus is a good idea. Because we don't want to be running out of FP, especially for... Redan's going to be the hardest fight on the run, I think. Although I tried to cheese him before and it didn't... Like, I don't remember how to do the cheese properly, I guess, or something. Yeah, we're simply studying gravity before we can use it. Any point in starting Wretch? Not for this. But pretty much we always go Samurai because Uchi's a really good starting weapon. Starting out with the bow is not handy, and good stats, so. Tree Glazing Hill. So after we get the 5 and 6, we want to probably go get Meteorite Staff and Rock Sling. After that, I don't know, like when do I get Ritual Sword on this? Because that's obviously a good talisman. Do I just suck it up and fight Gillica like we did last time? Or what do I do? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna fight Gillica. We also need to cheese the Knight's Cav at some point. Alright, so there's a Somber 5 and 6. I'm gonna go get the golden seeds now. While I think about what I have to do next. We get Meteorite Staff, Rock Sling, kill Nox Duo, get Lusat Staff, upgrade it to +6. And then we grab Golden Vow. I don't think we're going to get Flame Bearing Strength on this for like one boss. I wish I had gone around. My god, I thought that was I thought I was actually gonna reach. Okay, so more golden seeds. Let's go on Sven. Let's go 1 and 7 for now, and then probably for Radahn, I'll just swap it all just to make sure. All right, Meteorite Staff time. And yeah, I guess when we go to upgrade to +6, we should also get the int tier. We're not going to get the magic tier until a bit later. Once I can use it with collapsing stars. There's a staff. Collapsing stars higher DPS and Rocksling. It seems like it is. Okay, so we got that. Let's go cheese Knight's Cap now. It depends on the setup. Like, collapsing stars is more buffable. So yeah, I mean, they're pretty close, but just the thing is, Rocksling is so much slower that you don't have as many openings for it. So overall, collapsing stars is definitely better for what we're doing here. I think if you were fighting more open world bosses, then Rocksling's probably better. Yeah, the only thing is I don't really know how I'm going to fight Radahn, dude. Is it nighttime? Oh. I definitely feel the most comfortable fighting him up close. And fighting him from far away introduces some potential concerns. So we're going to want this memory stone as well. I guess I considered cheesing him from the close spot, but it's fine. Whoops. Do I drink? I do not drink. Alcohol, that is. Another gravity kill. We're simply studying the ways of the gravity. Okay. Now it's Nox Duo time. So we're at a +1 flask. I thought I had more than that for some reason, but we need a +4. And then we also want to get 18 mined. I don't know. You know what? I don't know if these stats are going to work out. Oh, yeah. Let's go get that sacred tier over there. I don't know how these stats are going to work out because I need to hit 52 int. Or sorry, 42 int, so 5 extra levels plus 3 levels in mine. Do I have enough for that? It's going to be really close, but I also need to buy smithing stones 1 through 4. So I may end up having to kill Margit first or something. I mean, Gillica gives a couple... Whoops. Oh, Jesus, dude. Gillica gives a couple thousand. Oh, yes. You know what? I forgot I was going to choose DTS on this, too. You're right. Totally forgot about that. Yeah. Then we'll easily hit. Yeah, sorcerer runs need a lot of money to get started. Nice one. Surely 120 FPS makes this harder. You know what? This amount of mind without Lusat staff is enough to cast like a good number of rock slings. But that extra attunement is needed once we start using Lusats. Okay, there's Lusat staff. I'm gonna go buy some stuff in Round Table for the DTS cheese. Gina CD. Now, it's a perfectly intended kill right there, surely. That's how they were meant to be fought. Okay, so I'm going to buy a Rune Arc, this for Golden Vow, bow to aim, and that. Where's the telescope in this game? Is it Kale? I've never tried aiming with the telescope in this. Oh, Flippy did that in his run. Yeah, maybe I should do that too. It's more satisfying than using the bow. Okay, hopefully this DTS cheese goes okay, because I've definitely had issues with this before using rock sling. But that might have been with like an older setup. So... Well, now we've cheesed every boss. Welcome to Elden Ring and welcome to Sorcery runs. That's pretty much what what it's like. I'm pretty sure every Sorcery run I've ever done starts in this type of way. Okay, hopefully this works okay. I guess I didn't think about how I might be hitting the rocks around him here. What? Oh, fuck you. I should have bonked him with the staff, dude. Well, I don't think I can lose this 42k, man. That's unfortunate that he didn't get knocked. I just didn't hit him in the butt enough, I guess. Am I able to... you know what? I guess simply... just do it again. I'm gonna level up, I guess. Or... Yeah, just level up so I can memory grace, I guess. Too bad he didn't fall off there, because that would have been nice, dude. Had to bring back the parry strat. But yeah, it's like he got put on a section of the cliff that he just didn't even know what to do, so he just teleported back. Yeah, I think the problem there is that he got stunned by the rock sling and then immediately hit after, and I guess it just didn't knock him back because I don't know. I think that's what I remember having issues with rock sling here. Bray, thanks for the donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, it means in-game time. We try again. Yeah, rock sling's certainly not the best way to do this cheese, though. Like, I don't know. Yeah, now I remember. Like I said, I remembered having issues with this strat with rock sling. Now I remember what those issues are. Why do you walk so far out like that? Bonk. There we go. All right, good stuff. So now we have the money for the +6. And to get the last amount of intelligence that we need. I really thought we were going to have to reset that because I didn't think... I thought I was going to have to memory grace. And losing that 42k would have been pretty much devastating. All right, +6. There we go. So now we can use the staff. Do I want Flame Grant me strength, though? I guess I haven't, like, properly decided. I think we just pump int here. That should be fine. Okay. All right, intelligence tier, and then Golden Vow, and then Redan time. And hopefully... Well, and then actually we need to get our flask situation sorted. Paramagical works with gravity sorcery. Yeah, it works with any magic damage, but rock sling is all physical, so it doesn't work with rock sling. So we're at 18 mind, and that allows us to cast, I think, what, 5 rock slings with this amount of... or sorry, with Lucet Staff, which costs extra FP. So we're looking okay here. This is kind of a long-ass setup. I was kind of hoping I'd just rush Radan here, but... I think this is the best run in the game. Like, in terms of what? How about Glintstone Blade? Nah, I'm going... we're gonna go kill Red Wolf and get the Graven School plus... the Radagon Icon. But that's the one... Like, I was considering it, but that's the one that's in Mountaintops, right? Like, by that point... the efficiency doesn't really matter as much. Gold Vow? And then I said I was gonna go kill Gillica. What are the Gravity Sorceries? We are... doing a Rock Sling only run would kind of suck. We're getting Collapsing Stars. Collapsing Stars is going to be our main damage. It's much more usable than Rock Sling is. For main boss fights, it is. No, Night Rain DLC is not free. I guess I can't say I'm hyped for it, but I'll definitely play it. And yeah, I think I'll play it for probably 1 or 2 days. Okay, hopefully this works well. Please don't bite me. Nice. On bosses like this, Rock Sling is very tough. Like, I think Rock Sling... the main use case is when you can get super far away. And just, like, run away from the enemy. Which is what makes it so good on a first playthrough, I guess. Like, you just run away and cast it. But when you're already familiar with the boss movesets and stuff... it becomes much weaker than that, because other things you can utilize in a much more consistency and just more punish opening, stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's why the conception of Rock Sling is that it's like some god tier spell. When I don't know, when it's not in this application.
Welcome! The stars have aligned! The festival...
But I'm not going to get Blue Dancer on this run because we stop using Rock Sling pretty much after Godric. And then we're just going to go Collapsing Stars. Nah, this run is hitless, yeah. I mean, it's a hits equals 0 right at the top here. Hits equals 0. Noob trap spell? I don't... I guess... I don't know. I don't know if it's a noob trap spell. I think it's a noob-friendly spell. I think it's a noob-friendly spell that the better you get at the game, the worse it becomes, pretty much. But yeah, I do kind of think it's funny that like the conception when I spun the wheel and we got this, there are a couple of people like, oh man, rock sling's gonna make it so easy. Like it actually kind of doesn't. I kind of want to fight him close, I think, but we'll see. Really fast enough here. I don't know how to fight him, dude. Like. Nice, dude. Oof. Scary fight. Like, people might be wondering, like, oh, why don't you just run away and use Rock Sling? It's because he's just got some nasty, like, attacks he can do. You know, like, the gravity attack is really quick, and so if I just kind of, like, freely commit the casting Rock Slings, he's gonna get me with something. So that's why I'm not just doing, like, the first playthrough strat. Okay, let's go ahead and get stealth now. Yeah, it's a little sketchy fighting him up close like that with Rock Sling. But it does work, so I think that's what I'm going to go with. I do think probably, if optimally you do fight him from far away, I'm not sure which punishes would be the best take on him, or when it's safe to attack. That honestly wasn't that bad. Like, compared to when I was testing him earlier, I was much better than before. Last time I literally ran out of FP before I killed him, so. That was much better. Elden Ring Jesus, what does that mean? You know what? I don't even want to know, dude. So far, getting a hard time no-hitting Renala. Yeah, Renala's a weird no-hit fight. It's not really like... You kind of need a strategy. So what we do in no-hit is in phase 1, we go... we usually use bow. Bow to hit the students so that you don't get hit by books, and then you're not, like, scrambling, running around to try to find where it is. And then... Yeah, and so once you kill the third one, or basically you kill 2, buff. I don't know what run you're doing, if you're doing, like, no buffs or whatever, but you would kill two bubble students, buff, and then kill the third one, or just not even kill, just hit it with the bow, and then go in, get into phase 2, and then there are a bunch of different strats in phase 2, like, depending on your damage. You could use the Beast Torch for the wolves and do that strat. Bewitching Branch for the Bloodhound Knight's a good strat. Just depends on the run you're doing. Pretty sure if you don't have the strength requirement for a staff, it takes more stamina to cast it. And I don't think I was two-handing in the Radahn fight, but I didn't actually notice. All right. Now for a sketchy part. You know what? I actually forgot to buy the memory stone round table, I think. We don't need it for a while. Let's go on cronies. The wolf strat, so the application that I used it on was like the master run all great runes. So basically you would use the beast torch, which makes the wolves not attack. And because the wolves never attack, they never despawn. And because they never despawn, Renala never attacks you ever again. If you're just holding beast torch. So you're just chilling in the fight. So at that point, you can, as long as you never hit her, then she will never do anything. So you can do like statuses, do status pots, and just like slowly proc her down with statuses while she just sits there, does nothing, and all the wolves are just sitting. Or what I do on kind of normal runs is you use Beast Torch, and then it gives you a free big opening on Renala because she's just sitting there, you know? So you can either knock her down or do something like that. That's a more reasonable use case than slowly status procking her away. I'm gonna have to level up here. No, we're not skipping Margit. We are gonna do Margit on this. And Margit and Godric. Yeah, definitely my favorite strat for like long Renala fight is Bewitching Branch. We're actually not gonna level up any Faith until way later, so I'm just gonna keep going like all int for a while. Okay, hopefully this works. Yeah, I honestly like this dungeon too. It's a pain in the ass for no hit to go through. I think it's cool. You come in, everyone's fighting. Just for no hit is really bad. I'm gonna reset that already. That guy's being weird. Reset. Oh, this is terrible getting this damn spell, dude. It's a good spell, but holy shit, getting it is real bad. And the thing is, there's not really any, at least not that I can think of, any kind of strat that you would actually be able to use here. Make it consistent. Nice. Okay. Nah, killing them doesn't work because they just respawn. You know what? I'm kind of dumb because now I don't have... Oh, wait, no, I do have a memory slot for it. Never mind. All right, nice, dude. So what should we do now? Is it Red Wolf time? It might be Red Wolf time. Yeah. Let's go do Red Wolf. Get the other scary boss out of the way. Yeah, pretty much we got our spell setup done. Like, we go kill Red Wolf so that we can get Graven School, which is honestly pretty shit, but the main reason is to get Radagon Icon. Would I voice act in your mobile game? Is that a genuine question? I don't know, man. I don't know. What kind of game is it? Show him the money. Slots game. What kind of character? I'm not exactly a voice actor, so I'm not sure how well that would work out. I wonder if I can kill these guys just from here. Couldn't have done it. Just reset. I guess they're resistant to magic. Just have to moan in DS1. I could do that. I could do some moans for you. Sure. 3D Souls game. Want me to be the narrator? God damn, dude. I don't think I'd be a good narrator, man. Like, I think that's not... I mean, you can message me on Discord, though, like, if it's actually serious. But... I'd consider it if maybe I knew more about it. Yeah, Mikolai-style moans. Yeah. Also have stealth, I guess. Need the beast torch, too. Oh, sounds good, Raging Owl, dude. I mean, yeah, if like, that could be pretty cool. So, depending on what I'm actually saying. Should I go get Should I go get Vow the Indomitable? Should I weapon class run in this marathon? I wasn't planning on it, but I won't say no. How did I just do that? I can't kill a lizard or what? Imagine if he bonked into me there or something. Okay. You hate Rocksling? I kind of do too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Rocksling hater. If you guys couldn't tell already. I don't like how it casts. I think it's slow as hell. It casts from like a weird ass angle. Usually it misses, or at least one rock misses. I am an absolute Roxanne hater. And honestly, this run has kind of affirmed my hatred over it. I guess I don't hate it, but I just don't think it's that good. And I don't like using it that much. Case in point. Oof. A little scary. All right, we got him though. My favorite sorcery? I feel like Slicer is a boring answer, so I won't say Slicer, but I don't know, man. I don't have one, simply. Oh, I do love the bubble. Okay, yeah. Great Oracular Bubble, it's gotta be. Yeah. I kind of forgot about that. Yep, that one's really sick. It's so satisfying to use. It's fun to just set up traps for enemies to walk into when it's just the bubble sitting there. It's kind of like Lingering Flame, but for this game. A little bit. And I quite like it. It's on this side, right? Okay. So we got the icon. And now it's time for Margit. Unless I should go get Magic Scorpion now. But we should probably go do Margit. Roxanne is good casual sorcery for bypassing Renala's 80% magic resist. I agree. I think it is a decent spell. Absolutely, and especially for, it's like I explained earlier. I think it's a really good spell for a first playthrough build, and it's also very good in open world where you can just run away and cast it on enemies, and you get poise breaks, and it does good damage and all that stuff. So it's a good spell. I'm not saying it's bad. I don't like it, and I don't like using it. I also think it does get worse. The better you are at enemy movesets and like boss movesets, the worse it gets. Because then the speed really comes into play, and a lot of other stuff just will simply do more DPS because you can punish more, you know? Okay, let's see if I can frame this here. Wait, can you not frame this thing? I guess you can't. That's crazy.
Well, thou art of passing.
Not sure if this is fast enough here, so I just won't.
Blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnished.
Want to be safe here and not go for some crazy punish. Maybe we should have gone Radagon Icon there, honestly.
I shall remember thee, tarnished. Smoldering
Oh, yes. You know what? I forgot. Now that we have Collapsing Stars, we can go with the magic tier.
fear of the night.
It's the most skill-rewarding weapon. I'm gonna have to say, like, Starfist, probably. Because, well, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I just think a first-time player with Starfist will have a hard time, because they won't be able to hit the boss. But even then, it's still gonna be pretty good. Maybe that's not a good answer. I really don't know. I mean, I guess in the way it works in like Dark Souls 3 is slower weapons are hard to use on bosses unless you know the right punish openings and stuff, right? So I'd be inclined to say maybe some slower weapons, but I wouldn't say that's the case in this game necessarily. I don't know. Sharkly, congrats, dude. Hey, Rocksling is fast enough on these, right? Here we go. Yep, here we go again. This is a boss that exists in the game. Staff. That honestly is a case where it wouldn't be a bad strat to just run and use Rocksling, I think. Probably could have done that. We're not going to get Howl yet. Probably once we're at Godskin Duos and we'll get Howl. Okay. Yeah, Rocksling is castable on Torrent, and that is very valuable, I think. Quite valuable, because that just reinforces the strategy of the like run away and cast Rocksling. Yeah, Trent and Ulmi. But no, there's no reason to go back route on this run because we have stealth already. So most runs I don't get stealth by now, because I just want to use Godric's to get that 16 int instead of leveling up extra like couple stats. Whoops. No, I don't really remember which bush I run to here. That guy had his sights on me for a second. Definitely haven't been doing this strat as much lately. Yeah, I got stealth early so I could avoid God stock. Yeah. True. $50-minute Godric's a little sketch, but at least at least we're going like straight to Godfrey after this. Because DTS is already down. Actually, no, we're not, because we're going to go probably get the magic scorpion charm. Yeah, quite a large setup on this. Yeah, 22, 22, 22, 22 is happening in 2 minutes. Big. All right. No stun is really insane.
I am the Lord.
Roderick had no death on for a second.
All that is golden.
How do you not get stunned there, dude?
We'll return together to our home.
Should've done one more rock sling, I guess.
Rays of gold.
All right, we can also go get our second talisman, or yeah, I guess second talisman pouch. Oh, there it was. 22, 22, 22, 22. That was a pretty good second right there. Insane. One's looking pretty scuffed. Really? What about it? No, this has been very clean so far, actually. It's been all right. I mean, yeah, I maybe miscalculated the stun in my head for him, but it's been clean. Finished ballista only. Well, I did ballista and crossbow, but yes, I did. What I should do is probably once I... Like, what could be nice is... Once I get to the teleporter here, I just teleport straight up to the top instead of taking this lift. Cap, thanks for the bits, dude. Also, and thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Thanks so much, dude. Mod Hater, thanks for the brand new sub. Spooky, thanks for the 7-month Prime sub. Hopefully didn't miss any more. Thanks, you guys. All right, I'm going to say it's time to go get Magic Scorpion Charm now. Because this is the point at which we really start to build into just like straight up magic damage. You know what I didn't get either? I didn't get any Starlight Shards. It's fine. At least I think I got the Grace next to Millicent. So yeah, let's go collect that stuff. So Starlight Shard here, and then... What's the next best Starlight Shard, I wonder? And I could get the one up there. Could get the one over here. I'll just get the one over here, I guess. Braving a melee weapon? Nah, this is fine. I mean... I haven't done, like we pretty much done melee weapons this whole time except for yesterday I did DS2 Sorcery, which was really fun. And now we're doing Gravity Sorcery, so. No, I think it's good. Could change it up a bit. Okay, and then Amber Starlight. It's just a little bit of a run, I guess. This rock sling on Loretta is probably the best. Yeah, the hand was actually a really interesting run. I quite liked it. Too bad I got hit on Romana, but... Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty decent weapon, actually. DS2 Sorcery take long? Well, it took me pretty much a whole day to route it. But once I finished routing it, I got it fairly fast. Like...
The gods demand repentance. Cough up your coin. All of it.
Yeah,
Work yet?
Brian, thanks for the donation, dude. Feeling like work yet? What does that mean? Like streaming? Nah, this is so far so good on the marathon. Like, I'm feeling pretty good right about now. I also just slept last night for the most I've slept yet. So, good to go. What was I saying though? I forget what I was saying. Was I saying Hand of Millennia? Yeah, it's really good, basically. Oh yeah, DS2 Sorcery. Yeah, so I routed it... Like, I started routing it 2 nights ago. I finished a few runs, and then I spun the wheel, DS2 Sorcery, no hit. And then I started routing it that night, and then I routed it all yesterday. And then last night is when I was starting attempting it, and then I got it pretty fast. Nah, regular Unsheath Uchi is still better. And in fact, I do want to do a Nagakiba run at some point. Which I feel like would feel similar, but just even better. But yeah, Hand of Millennia, really good R1 weapon. Because it just does a lot of damage. The range is insane. Very good R1 weapon. And the R2s on it are okay as well. And I was very surprised when we easily scripted Elden Beast with it. That's a good point. Yeah, I should just let myself get hit on these runs. And I never have to reset. And then we're golden, dude. And yeah, it was also pretty cool because the way I did it is we started off with the Millennia Grace, and then I fought her right at the start of the run. That was pretty fun. And then we ended up having a extra 480k runes to work with. I kind of wish I had that on this run, though. Supposed to run where it's me just manually collecting all the graces. Probably not. I probably wouldn't do that. All right, hopefully this Loretta's okay, man. Not sure exactly how this is going to look. In Rocksling damage should be good. I'm not sure if it's going to hit well. Like, hit consistently. Stun? She immediately hit the stun. Wow, beautiful. Very clean. That is one thing that's kind of unfortunate about the Rocksling Stagger is that because it hits so many times, or it hits 3 times, if you stun on like the first rock, and you don't actually really get a stun. At least on certain bosses. Well, on the horse bosses, that is. I guess on a boss like Morgott, who's, goes down, then you still get it. Like a small downside. If you're fighting DTS or Loretta or... Okay, so we gotta go do this. Read the message. It's been a little bit since I've done this quest line. Forgotten Magic Scorpion. Let's go on Pride.
Thou must have, though I have no intriguing. Wilt thou? I am the wit that I might well. I word but I require. I anticipate.
Yeah, I finished the French challenge. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know what since I asked. I reside.
All right, let's go get the Amber Starlight.
And again, the Carian Eye.
Probably, I guess this one's faster. Maybe I should give myself that central alt disgrace. Not many runs I'll get Magic Scorpion on. Because it is a whole extra boss. And, some running around. Collecting. Imagine you couldn't skip conversations. That's kind of what Sekiro's runs feel like a little bit sometimes. I mean, I guess you can still skip, but it's still really slow. Slower than in this game. At least I think. I don't know why they slowed it down in this game. It's really unfortunate. But there's not too much dialogue, so it's not a big deal. Honestly, the bigger crime is making it so that you can't skip Gideon's dialogue when he's killed already. Yeah, you can skip Sekiro dialogue, but it's like there's a lot of it in that game, and it's the slowest skipping. Like I think it's slower to skip than even in this game, but maybe when you turn off the dialogue or the subtitles, maybe it's the same speed at that point. I don't know, but there's a lot of dialogue that's required, and it's pretty slow. Yeah, it's nothing like, you know, unskippable cutscenes or anything like that. Nightmare, have a good night, dude.
Well, did you not realize? Perhaps I'd like you to find even you. Now I shall find enough. I expect.
Oh, I can't. Very well. It is sick. Are you a house kid? Remember your...
Lewis had toggle sprint in this game, man.
Then I bid you. I am known as a tarnished. I am. You now belong. You then as your the inheritors, we of the realm. Godric the Great, General Radar, Praetor Right, Morgoth, and he'll still be up. Is that bloody Celivis? Oh, the round table. But, oh, good. You go and see. Just tell him that despite no is inevitable.
Pretty funny song timing.
Well done. Very well. Knowledge, I doubt.
Yeah, there's so many injuries across the NHL this season. Like, seems pretty insane.
So, it's... I may have expected...
You
There should have been a way to kill Gideon before he shows up at the end of the game, man. Could you imagine? Like, you just give him the Saluvis potion, and then he just dies, and that's it. The song was Visions of Gideon. That last song.
Begging. Begging.
Should give us it eventually.
Begging. What the key? But I'm afraid I can. Oh dear. Why don't if you can the soul of and once? Oh yes. I've not had. Begging. Perhaps it will which I employ. You're just then I'd rather you with that and even a dip. Where the blessed goodness to think my. Yes, I am. Please.
Well, there it is. Okay, I mean, that is a decently long quest, I guess. Considering I know everything what to do and we go fetch it all beforehand, it still takes that long. Takes a bit of time. How's it going, Zeusy? Yeah, this is the first attempt at this. I'm gonna go 1-8, I guess. Reason you fight Gideon is to prove that we are the one who deserves to be Elden Lord. I guess so. No, I think in terms of the game's story, I think it's fine, but I really hate when in these games the story gets in the way of gameplay, I guess, you know? And what I mean by that is I just think they could have easily made Gideon an enjoyable fight. In some way. Like, look at Slave Knight Gale, you know? Like, that's an NPC that is... we're following him around all through the DLCs, and then... you know, and then we fight him at the end, and he's some, like, sick-ass boss. But then in this game, what did we get? We got Letta with 5 NPCs just sprinting at you, constantly spamming you, 18k health with a heal, stuff like that. And then we have Gideon, who's got infinite FP, infinite stamina, just spamming you with spells, rolling around with fast roll. It's garbage. So, you know, ideally they just made a real boss there or something, not just some NPC. Because NPCs, they feel lazy, they're not fun to fight, because they're so unbalanced. It just... yeah. So, that's the problem. I mean, the thing, at least with Half-Light, at least Half-Light can be a fun PvP fight, but yeah. They do seem to do that. Like, put NPC fight before the final DLC boss. I don't know why. But I take Half-Light over Letta any day. Any day, dude. Yeah, Patches is genuinely the best NPC fight, you're right. I agree with that. I mean, I almost do wonder if we should go just get +9 here. Yeah, I was going over the other day why NPC fights feel so bad, at least for me in Souls games. And Letta's a great example. I think, how much health does she actually have? It's around 20,000. So she has 20,000 health. One big aspect of PvP fights in Souls games is trading. And I guess probably any PvP game at all. Trading is generally a strategy for someone who has a hard-hitting weapon. And if you deal more damage than the opponent deals to you on a trade, you win the trade. With NPCs in Souls games, that literally never can happen because they always have like 5 times more health than you at least. And so when that's the case, you always lose trades, pretty much. It depends on the amount of flasks and stuff that the NPC has, but... another thing is... infinite FP obviously is super unfair for an NPC like Gideon to be able to spam forever. Mages in PvP are limited by FP. And if someone just goes crazy spamming you for like 2 minutes and they run out, then they have to do something else. NPCs don't have that. So another unfair thing. You know, and probably the last really bad thing is the input reading and especially the perfect rolls that they get, right? Like it's so weird that NPCs perfectly roll every spell except for just some list of spells that are invisible to them for some reason. It's really weird. Players in real PvP do not perfectly roll everything, and neither should NPCs probably. Because it's so weird. It feels so bad when you're shooting a spell at someone or at an NPC and they just... even if they're not looking, like they're literally facing away from you or the attack's not even going towards them or something and they just roll it perfectly. Even though the attack's not even targeted at them because of the input read, you know? So, you know, all those things combine to make NPCs feel so bad in Souls games. They didn't used to be that bad. Like, in Dark Souls 2, they were much more enjoyable, honestly. But, oh shit, the game's frozen. I don't think I can fix it, man. I'm gonna try. Please be fast enough. Okay, I guess that problem didn't get fixed then. Yeah, luckily I did manage to fix a mid-boss fight. If I was on, like, certain bosses, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Also, I had the wrong spell set up there. Or talisman set up. Audio was choppy for some reason? Like, what, when it was frozen, or is it still? Yeah, maybe there's possible there's just something wrong with my fucking capture card, dude. Or maybe it's just the fact that I'm, like, really pushing it to its limit. Like 4K 60. This capture card's supposed to be able to do that, but... I mean, it clearly can. But maybe it's just pushing it a bit. Interesting. I don't know, maybe just every so often I need to, like, deactivate and reactivate the capture card. Used to is doing weird stuff too. What do you mean? Like, are you like from when? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, the flash that was a separate issue. Like, this is definitely a separate issue than the DS2 thing. It's also different instances of OBS. That's the problem. Like, this one seems to be OBS on my... oh, you know what? I need to go upgrade the flask more. Yeah, this one seems to be OBS on my streaming PC when the game freezes. Something to do with the capture card. The other one is OBS on my gaming PC that's not picking up Dark Souls 2 for some reason. Okay, so we are at +3, and now... Did I get this one? I must have. So that's the 3 we have. We'll get this one as the last one. Actually, no, I'm dumb. We have a better one again. Bellum. Bellum Church. There we go. +4 is enough for the amount of mind we're at to just fully heal our blue bar. Major characters like Gideon especially should have their own animations. Yeah, I just think putting an NPC there is the lazy way to do it. I mean, it's easy for me to say. I'm not the one who made the game, right? I recognize how gigantic of a game this is, and, like, they did a really good job. But I do think putting an NPC there is the lazy way to do it. Because all it is, they have templates for NPCs, and they just kind of, like, copy-paste. They just change... you know, some stats around. They change what spells they have equipped. They already have all that in place with the template. So, yeah, it doesn't feel great when, like, some boss that you've been building up to is just some copy-pasted guy with different spells, right? Smoked him.
Shall not be forgiven.
Gotta say, I'm very impressed with Collapsing Stars, dude. Very solid spell. I've never really tried it. I think probably because it's in such an awkward spot, but all things considered, it actually is very early accessible. Ask about DLC staircase. All right, so probably after this is when we should start going into Howl. We're actually higher level than we were on the other run. I think we should now level up 5 Faith and then get Howl going. So yeah, that'll probably be at about Godskin we do that.
To see and it seems torrent, whereas I'm in. There is, but I can take gathering place.
And I guess one other thing about NPCs too, I'm actually fine with having them in the game. Not as bosses. I don't like it as bosses, but I'm fine with having NPC invaders throughout the game. And I think the reason I think they should be is there are things in the game that are kind of PvP specific. And you should be able to test those out somewhere. So I like the invaders. I think they're fun.
So I'd like to the flame and guide.
For the most part. But yeah, it's just putting NPCs as bosses is never good. Never a good idea. Or making, like, even just making them required, I feel like is never a good idea in these games. It's not even necessarily that they're bosses. But I think it does cheapen bosses. Like, I think the game's boss quality, if we're just taking an average, does drop because you have NPCs in it. Because they're just always pretty much bad. Except for Patches. I like Patches. He gets a pass, but... Patches is a legend. I remember my first playthrough thought but it was just part of the quest. That's what I thought. Well, I mean, it wasn't crazy to assume you'd just be able to walk past there if you didn't do the Letta quest, but I did the whole Letta quest and she was sitting there. I'm like, oh, I guess it's because I did the quest. And then I started fighting them like, holy shit, this is so bad. I didn't want to summon the NPCs I had. And that was fucking miserable. They should bring back PvP boss. I really like the idea of that. Yeah, I think that's so much fun to play. Half-Life's awful. Letta, NPCs and DS2 DLC. Yeah, the, like, grave robbers, yeah. Although, to be fair, the older Souls NPCs are not as bad. They really are not as bad. They don't input read everything. They're still not good. But they're not as bad as, you know... Once you got into Dark Souls 3, and, like, maybe Bloodborne, I guess, but Bloodborne doesn't have any NPC bosses, so... Well, okay, yes it does. Yeah, I forgot. I guess Bloodborne has one NPC boss. But I would say starting in DS3, you know, you get Half-Light, horrific boss. I mean, the Madman in Bloodborne is fucking terrible. Oh yeah, and there's Mikolash. Yeah, that's true. I somehow forgot about Mikolash. I was thinking about the Chalice Madman boss, but yeah. Yeah, Mikolash as well. I feel like starting at Dark Souls 3, the NPCs really started getting fucking stupid. And the first example of it is, what the hell's his name? Onyx Blade guy. You guys, the DLC Onyx Blade guy, what the hell is his name? Oh yeah, Wilhelm, yes. Wilhelm is egregiously bad. Every time you swing your sword, he rolls just perfectly. He never gets caught. You know, he's got his hyper armor heal that he does that you can only backstab him out, that he loves to just go against the wall to do. Horrific and like NPC fight. And then yeah, and then you got like, I guess the ones earlier in the game aren't as bad as that one, but yeah, and then you got Gravetender. I actually don't mind Gravetender too much. I think it's okay, but the gank part of the fight sucks. And then you got Half-Light NPC, which is also really bad. Yeah, he does have Vow of Silence, yes. But yeah, basically my point, I think once like DS3 DLC is when they started making really bad NPCs. And that carried into Elden Ring in a big way. Elden Ring base game, not so bad. You have Vike, you have a Dan. I guess the Gideon's terrible, though. But DLC just really ramped it up even more. Where they put 8 NPC bosses or whatever in the DLC. And, yeah. Real bad. Just went insane with NPC fights in DLC. Yeah, again, I don't really mind it as much if they're not a boss. If they're just some optional NPC and they drop their weapon, I think that's ideal. That's what I would choose. And I also realize I'm biased because I do no-hit runs and stuff. and they're super annoying to deal with on no-hit a lot of the time. But yeah. I mean, how many DLC bosses are there that are NPCs? You have Lamenter, Dancer, Blackjail Knight, Dane, Dragon Man, Rakshasa, that's 6. Red Bear. Who else do you got? Oh yeah, Ymir. Oops. I thought I said Dancer already. And then Letta basically functions as a boss. So add that one in there. And then what's that, like 9? So, yeah. Not great. Not great when like almost a quarter of your DLC bosses are literal NPCs. It's kind of crazy, right? Now, the Black Knights aren't NPC bosses. Like, NPCs in these games are characters that have the same abilities as the character. Like, they roll, they heal, all that stuff. Okay, let's go upgrade. But yeah, that's not a good sign. And yeah, Yolan is also part of the Ymir fight, so it's a double NPC fight, pretty much.
Well, I was walk.
Yeah, and Anna's required as well. Yeah, that's a good point. That is true. All right, dude. Let's see. I'm probably going to want to spam Rock Sling at the start of Phase 2, actually. I don't know why I haven't been doing that. Well, I guess I've only done like one run, or one practice run. But yeah, definitely Rock Sling at the start of Phase 2 for the poise break. It's a good play. Yeah, Yolan and Anna definitely are required. Like, if you're doing all remembrances, that is. Or they're just like... They block a path to a boss, so... Not a great start to this. I was going to say at least he rolled to a good spot, but he did not, in fact. Dude, I'm locked onto his torso. Okay. Oh yeah, Fia's champs in the base game too. Yeah, that's maybe the worst one. Fia's champs got to be the worst one, and it's kind of like it's not even as good as Half-Light, as satisfying as Half-Light, because at least Half-Light you can fight normal players, you can fight actual players, but for Fia's champs, it's like they kind of wanted to do that, but then didn't, and so what we end up getting is just like, oh, here's these NPCs that take some player's build. That's not that cool. Pretty reasonable fire giant. I probably could have done that better. I wonder if I could have run up to the eye with collapsing stars and just started blasting. It'd be cool if Fia summoned 3 players against you. That would be pretty cool. Like a reverse Half-Light. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny, dude. Reverse Half-Light where you get... Or maybe you don't get super boosted stats, but just all of the players that invade you just get... You know, they have like a couple hundred health. Barely do any damage. Their poise damage is reduced and stuff. It'd be pretty interesting. All right, there it is. There's the 13 faith we need for Howl. The rest is all int.
This world and death, are you to commit? Let my hand.
Did I go for his eye when I practiced him? Really? I don't remember doing that. Maybe I did. Video's coming out next. I'm not sure. Not certain. Hunter was working on like crossbow. There's some other big run I did that I can't remember. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going. Like a lot of videos cooking up probably right about now. It's a cool build. I really like. I mean, we're only using 2 spells, but it's a nice combo. How many runs I can't remember? Well, especially right now, yeah. I mean, yeah, I've done a lot of runs in the past week. To be specific, I've done like 13 runs or something. So. All right, we did the French challenge and then maybe 11 other runs beyond that. So 12, I guess. Just in this marathon. Not even a third of the way through it either. FromSoft should pay this guy's salary. You know, it's almost like the opposite. You know? Like, I'm the one playing their game and making money off playing their game. Kind of right. Imagine if you actually had to do that, though. Like, every content creator, if you played a game, you just had to, like, pay up. That'd be so garbage, dude. All right, let's go get sleep pots. Yeah, Nintendo is knocking on my door tonight, dude. Yeah, I did pay them already. That is true. The game only stays relevant because of big content creators. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. Who would agree? I'm sure that like there are a lot of people at this point. Yeah, the game's been out for 3 years. So a lot of people have played the game as much as they want already, and they're kind of done with it, but they still watch people play it. It's just fun to watch or whatever, so. Yeah. That is true.
And I can also that you're not then wine. I am Carly. Goodbye.
Go get the Faith tier as well. Kind of forgot we want to get Howl. Surely I don't get hit going to get Howl right now. Yeah, it's definitely true though that like streamers and YouTubers making videos on games, like with game developers, it's like a symbiotic relationship a little bit, right? I'm gonna wait for nighttime and use stealth. Because content creators put more eyes on the game, and then content creators make money from playing the game. So, definitely. Stealth just makes this like a little bit safer. Don't need it. I don't know if nighttime's required. Nighttime probably makes it just a little bit safer as well. All right, there's Howl. Also need to go get the Faith Talisman. I wonder if, like, maybe I should have gotten blue Dancer Charm, dude. Because maybe spamming Elden Beast in phase 1 with Rock Sling's better. But what I think I'm going to do is Collapsing Stars on the start. Actually, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Right about now, our Collapsing Stars DPS is probably higher than Rock Sling, but Rock Sling does more poise damage. If I had blue Dancer Charm, it would be pretty close. I don't know. I guess I'll worry about that once I actually get there. Worry about it when I get there. Because I could easily mess up before that point. Oh, I didn't get the... Oops. I went all the way here and I didn't even get the Faith tier. Reek, thanks for the brand new sub, dude, by the way, if I missed that. Need night rain runs. I wasn't planning on it, but maybe like maybe the day before the DLC comes out I should play some, but I probably won't. Okay, so I pretty much still have no desire to go back and play Night Rain right now. Pretty solid. I think that was better damage than I did last time here. Oof, barely got that sleep. Barely. No, I hit that wall there because it distracts the guy underneath. But like pretty much everything we do on these runs has a purpose. It's pretty rare that I'm just like randomly doing something for no reason. I guess I may as well level up here though. Yep, generally not just doing random stuff on these runs. Should have just released an official randomizer boss rush mode instead of Night Rain. I don't agree with that. I mean, maybe if they were also going to do like co-op in that mod, sure. Like if they're going to do some co-op stuff, I kind of agree that I don't think Night Rain had to be its own game. Like it could have just been an add-on to this game. But I mean, this staff scales incredibly well, but yeah, I think going from 83 right now to 99 only gives us an extra 4 spell buff, so yeah, it's probably not worth it. More Mind. Yeah, I could go more Mind, I guess, yeah. But I guess the way to think about Mind, though, is getting a ton of Mind is only so valuable as your flask can refill it. Right, so if I have like 99 mind, but my flask can't refill it, it's still handy because on that first FP bar, you still get that entire FP bar, but beyond that, you don't get it anymore, you know? So your total amount of FP doesn't go up that much. I would need to go collect more Sacred Tears, which I don't think I'm going to do. I still think it could be valuable, though. It's still better than, like, 4 spell buff, probably. Yeah, it's not just, like, automatically getting tons of mind is good. Yeah, Dex for cast speed could even be good, I guess. But we have icons, so we're... Like, and the spell's already pretty fast. Okay. But yeah, that being said, I probably should go into mine, though. After all that. That's probably a good call.
Thou who approacheth destined death, I will not have it stolen from me again.
I hate dodging that move from that far. Forget if I can get 2 off during that. Ooh, rare meme cancel right there is kind of scary. Oh, I thought I pivoted. Oof, I thought I pivoted there, dude. But I guess I didn't. I think when I was practicing this, I did a few more extra hits than I did there. Like, maybe I went for 2 when he did his slam in phase 1. I can't really remember. I probably should go get more mine, though. That's... And maybe I should even get another Sacred Tier. Might be nice on Elden Beast. Just, like, make sure I'm not going to run out. Pretty crazy that even with all the starting graces and stuff, this run's still going to be like 2 hours. Imagine without that stuff, how long this would take.
Agreed.
Plus 10. More mind, and then I'm going to get another Sacred Tier. From up here. That build would be good on NG plus 7 Elden Ring. I think like power stance bleed builds are really good. With seppuku or something. Or just, you know, weapons that hit extremely hard. So like balls are still good, but poise breaks just aren't as strong on high new game cycles. So just good, like, as far as I'm aware, you do 40% of normal poise damage on NG plus 7. So that's probably how it should have been on base NG already, because poise breaks are just so damn strong in this game. But yeah, so, you know, iron balls are still really good, but you're not going to be poise breaking enemies every 2 seconds. But yeah, you just want really hard hitting stuff or bleed or something. Like statuses are good. Alright, surely this Gideon kill works fine. When I tested this, I forgot to get a plus 10, so the damage shouldn't be an issue. Do 2 charged and then 1 uncharged. Want to try new class in Night Rain? Yeah, I'm gonna play Night Rain when the DLC releases, but yeah, I'm gonna play it. Yeah, at least right now, I definitely don't have any desire to go play it.
To stand before the Elden Ring, to become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas.
Look how much damage that does.
Take the throne. No.
It's so funny, dude. Imagine that with Terra Magica plus Godfrey Icon. It would easily two-shot him.
A lord.
Even with only Godfrey Icon, that would two-shot him.
A man.
With not even that crazy of a build. Howl's maybe a little crazy, but
A god.
the reason I didn't get Terra Magica on this run is just because I don't feel like there's enough spots to use it on this. Also, it got nerfed from 35% to 22.5%, I believe. But too many bosses were just moving around too much, so. Are we going Godfrey Icon? I don't do enough charge attacks with it. I very rarely do it on this run. I used it on Gideon there and on Godskin Duo, and that was pretty much it, so. I'm gonna, like, reactivate the capture card. I should probably start doing that before fights so it doesn't, like, crap out mid-boss fight. What I feel might be easiest no-hit at 80% straight for Elden Ring? Probably just Iron Balls. That's what I did in the God Run 3, and the reason I did is because I did feel like it was pretty much just the easiest, most consistent thing I could do. I'm gonna lose the voice break, I guess. That was a little risky. I nearly didn't roll that stomp there. Nearly. I actually nearly didn't roll the stomp. It's funny. It's just like when I'm on autopilot, I don't know. I just forget what phase I'm in here. It's a lot of mind, but I'm fairly certain we only get to, like, we only get a little bit more spell buff, like from 80 to 99. So it's not a ton of damage, so. Okay, so should I do Rock Sling in Elden Beast Phase 1 or Collapsing Stars? I don't know. Maybe we'll do Rock Sling. Getting hit trying to strafe that. I already did. Like, I lost a run. I forget what weapon it was, but I already did that exact thing. Where it's just like, I'm not really paying attention. Yeah, it was Ivory Sickly, right? Yeah, I'm not really paying attention, and... Ooh. I think that's fast enough. Dude, how did I not get hit by that? Oh my god, dude. I just totally did not mean to cast there. Oh my goodness. I'll take it. Yikes, that's not the best DPS. Just gonna go collapsing. How'd that hit him so late? I wonder what his poise is at. Wow, dude. I got away with that. Oh, shit. Whoops. Got 10% damage there. You know, that is a thing that can happen on Radagon, but I've never, like, I don't know. Like, that is a strafe you can do. I've never tried to do it, but... oh my god. Like, I wasn't really, thinking, I guess. Which is the classic. Dude, how did I not get... oh my god. Yeah. Like, I wonder if I, like, went underneath it or something. And I just, like, was nestled in between him and the hammer. That's so crazy, dude. Dang, I'll take it. I will take that. I mean, it probably is consistent with this weapon to do that, but... or with this spell, but I wasn't trying to do that. I should have played it off like I was trying to do it. It's like, yep, calculate strafe. Dude, but yeah, right here, like you can see my face when I committed to the attack, I'm like, I'm getting hit. Or you can't even see. When I started up the attack, I was like, I just got hit. Like, like I just got hit in such a dumb way. Dude, how did I not get hit? Dude, how... Dude, yeah, I was accepting that I got hit right there in my head, but... Alright, anyways, pretty cool build, dude. Collapsing Stars is pretty good. It's too bad I was missing 10% damage on that Elden Beast. Whoops. I guess there's a lot to like swap on there, but I'm probably not going to continue this run. But yeah, we did it, and we actually had the right number of bosses. So